Wrestling Makhachev. Islam Makhachev showed last weekend that he is one of the most dominant fighters in the UFC.
Charles Oliveira in round one got hurt by Islam early with a left hand. And then when they got into the clinch, he pulled guard. But he was stuck there for the vast majority of round one. And I believe in that moment he realized that his normal approach to the fight would not work against Islam Makhachev. Because Islam's top pressure is so great that if you put yourself in a disadvantaged position, you will not be able to find your way out of it. And I think Oliveira understood that, so in round two, he got a little bit more forward on the pressure like he normally does and tried to walk Makhachev down. Guys, one thing that Charles Oliveira has working for him was that when he got hurt, guys would not jump on him and he would have time to recover. He even spoke to that. Well, tonight, when Makhachev hurt him with the left hand in round two, he wasn't afraid to go to the ground. So Charles didn't have those moments to kind of get the cobwebs off, and Islam ultimately got a arm triangle choke and got the finish. And I think that finish spoke to the strength of Makhachev, because this guy had the arm triangle in when he was still in the half guard. And the moment he got out of the half guard, Charles Oliveira tapped. Makhachev said that he could remind Oliveira what it was like to quit.
Watching Islam and Charles Oliveira, that was what a fight that was. Islam Makhachev must have the most incredible squeeze. His squeeze must be out of this world, because you see how quick Charles tapped once he clamped that on him. I mean, poof.
He had all the points covered, and he just like,
yeah,
done.
That dude is on another level. I mean, he is the truth. I was always impressed with him, but I mean, I was saying leading up to him getting a shot at the world title, he's the boogeyman of that division. He was the guy that everybody was saying like is the most dominant of all the contenders. And then when he tapped Dober, that was a big one. When he tapped Dan Hooker, that was a big one too. It's like the way he's tapping these guys who are these world-class fighters, and he's just fucking running through them. But the fact that he got on Oliveira and mounted him and then submitted him with an arm triangle, head and arm choke like that.
Yeah, that's a statement.
He submitted the guy with the most submissions in the history of the sport. And the way he did it was just, he was so fucking methodical and dominant. And Oliveira tested him. I mean, he got out of bad positions in the first round. He got back up to his feet, hit him with some good shots. But Makhachev, he's the fucking truth. You know, and interesting that he's going to fight Volkanovski next. That's kind of a crazy thing for Volkanovski to go right up to 55 from 45.
Yeah.
Islam Makhachev was sensational. Proved me wrong. Proved a lot of people wrong. Of course, he came in as the favourite, but a lot of people thought Charles Oliveira would win. And I was one of those people, and the reason being is because I thought, I am not going to underestimate this guy anymore, because Charles Oliveira, what he did, the run he went on was spectacular. And every time I thought he was going to lose, but he would always get the finish in spectacular style. And of course, going up against Islam Makhachev, it was a tough fight, but still I put my money on Charles, and Islam Makhachev proved myself and anyone else that did absolutely wrong. Islam Makhachev went out there tonight and dominated that fight from start to finish. And I'll just say this right now, that this is in no way any disrespect to Charles Oliveira, because I love the guy and the journey he's been on. And to come back after all those losses and become the champion and do it in such an exciting fashion. You know, if you watch me on here, I'm a huge fan. But even if they fought again, another 5 times, I don't think we would see anything different. The fight started and Charles Oliveira tried to take him down, and I respect that. He was trying to beat him at his own game. But trying to get a body lock takedown against somebody with the caliber of wrestling, the lifelong experience, the strength of hips, and the general balance and wrestling ability of an Islam Makhachev, certainly a body lock, you're never going to get that. So it was kind of a bad idea. He hit the ground, he threatened with a triangle straight away. Of course, he's known for the submissions. Islam did his homework, defended all of those submissions, and Charles never really got close to anything. Oliveira got back to his feet. They both landed some good shots. Islam looks very, very much improved and more polished on the feet tonight. You can see the hard work with Javier Mendez paying off. Looked great on the feet. Charles had a go. Ended up back on his back again. You know, rallied back to his feet though, which is something that we've not seen a lot of other people do. So Charles was there to fight. He showed up. He did everything he could, but he couldn't take him down. He couldn't stop the takedowns. He couldn't submit him, and he couldn't finish him on the feet. So I don't know if you saw that fight again, what could Charles Oliveira do different? That's because the rightful champion right now is Islam Makhachev.